Aishwariya Lakshmi, faculty in Department of General Medicine. I have a teaching experience of 4 years. I have 2 publications and 1 monogram. Today we will be seeing approach to acute leukemia. What is leukemia? Leuke means white and emia means blood. It is malignant disorder of blood cells. There is proliferation of mutated hematopoietic stem cells and progenitor cells. And when these blasts fill up the bone marrow, they spill into the peripheral blood, and there is presence of blast in bone marrow as well as peripheral blood. There is suppression of normal hematopoiesis leading on to cytopenias. From the pluripotent hematopoietic stem cells, we get common myeloid progenitor, which will give rise to platelets, RBCs, monocytes and granular neutrophils. From common lymphoid progenitor, we get NK cells, T lymphocytes and B cells. So myeloid means the precursor of red cells, granulocyte, monocyte and platelet. Abnormal multiplication in myeloid lineage will lead on to acute myeloid leukemia. Lymphoid means the precursors from lymphoid progenitor cells, B cells and T cells, and abnormal multiplication of the lymphoid progenitor cells will lead on to acute lymphoblastic leukemia. How do we say chronic and acute leukemia? Acute leukemia occurs when there is arrest in maturation or differentiation and there is proliferation of the blast. And the acute leukemias have a very rapid onset and requires urgent therapy. Chronic leukemias, there is no maturation arrest and there is proliferation of mature cells. The patient will have a gradual long indolent course, and acute leukemias may occur in young and chronic in older adults. What are the risk factors for leukemia? Exposure to ionizing radiation such as X-ray therapy during antenatal period, atomic bomb exposure, chemical exposure such as benzene and cytotoxic drugs, retrovirus infection, HTLV1 viral infection, genetic syndromes, Down syndrome, Fanconi anemia, Klinefelter syndrome, prior history of myelodysplasia or myeloproliferative disorders. Leukemias are classified based on morphology and speed of progression into acute and chronic, myeloid and lymphoid lineage. So which includes 4 classic leukemias. They are acute myeloid leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, chronic myeloid leukemia and chronic lymphocytic leukemia. FAB classification, where AML is classified in from M0 to M7 subtypes. ALL is classified into L1, L2 and L3. We have WHO classification as well, which incorporates morphology, immunophenotyping, cytogenetics and molecular features. WHO classification of AML, AML with recurrent cytogenetic abnormalities, acute promyelocytic leukemia with PML-RARA fusion, AML with myelodysplasia related changes, AML not otherwise specified, myeloid sarcoma, myeloid proliferations and related to Down syndrome. WHO classification of ALL, where we have immunologic subtype pre-B ALL, T-cell ALL and mature B-cell ALL. Pre-B ALL is common, seen in 75% of cases, T-cell ALL in 20% of cases and mature B ALL in 5% of cases. Pathophysiology of leukemia, there is accumulation of immature blast cells in the bone marrow leading on to bone marrow failure. The bone marrow failure leads to anemia, neutropenia and thrombocytopenia. There can be extramedullary infiltration by the blast cells which leads to hepatosplenomegaly, lymphadenopathy and cranial nervous system involvement. Clinical features of leukemia, because of cytopenia, there can be anemia which presents as fatigue and dyspnea. Due to neutropenia, the individual is predisposed to recurrent infections. Due to thrombocytopenia, the presentations are petechiae, bleeding gums, epistaxis and intracranial hemorrhage. Bone pain and sternal tenderness will be present due to marrow expansion. Hepatosplenomegaly and lymphadenopathy are common in ALL. Cranial nervous system involvement with presentations headache, vomiting, papilledema and cranial nerve palsy in ALL. Gingival hypertrophy and chloromas are seen in AML. Then we can get leukostasis, which is due to high WBC burden going and clogging the vessels, resulting in tissue hypoperfusion, presenting as dyspnea, hypoxia and X-ray infiltrates, headache, altered mental status, blurring of vision, acute kidney injury and venous thrombosis. In investigations, complete blood count, there can be anemia, variable WBC count which can range from low, normal or high, and thrombocytopenia. In peripheral smear, we can find blast cells where the blast percentage is more than 20%. Morphologically, identifying myeloblast is by looking at the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm will be granular and OR rods are present. Whereas in lymphoblast, the cells will have high NC ratio and a scanty cytoplasm. And most of the cell will be occupied by nucleus. In bone marrow aspiration, the bone marrow is completely filled with blast. Therefore, the marrow is very cellular and stains positive with myeloperoxidase suggest myeloblast and pass positive stain suggests lymphoblast. Cytogenetic abnormalities seen in AML are translocation 15-17, translocation 8-21 and inversion 16, translocation 9-21, translocation 12-21 seen in ALL. In flow cytometry, if CD 13, 33 and 117 are tested positive, it is AML. CD 10, 19, 22, TDT positive seen in ALL of B cell variant. CD3, CD7 and TDT positive seen in T cell ALL variant. Overview of AML, common in adults, median age group of presentation 69 years. More than 20% myeloblasts are seen in bone marrow. In the cytoplasm, presence of OR rods are diagnostic. Cytogenetic abnormalities in AML, translocation 8-21 leading on to RUNX1 T1 fusion gene, inversion 16, CBFB MYH11 fusion gene. In acute promyelocytic leukemia, translocation 15-17 where the gene product is PML RARA. Treatment of AML, induction chemotherapy with cytarabine for 7 days, daunorubicin for 3 days, 7+3 regimen. Consolidation phase, high dose cytarabine or stem cell transplantation. In AML M3 variant, all trans retinoic acid and arsenic trioxide are used. Targeted therapies such as gemtuzumab, osagamycin and midostaurin are useful. Supportive therapy with transfusion antibiotics and tumor lysis syndrome prevention. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia are common in children. More than 25% lymphoblasts are found in marrow. We have two types, B cell and T cell type. B cell is the common variant. Clinical features of ALL, bone pain, lymphadenopathy, mediastinal mass which presents with SVC syndrome, cranial nervous system involvement and testicular involvement are classical of ALL. Treatment of ALL, induction therapy with vincristine, prednisolone, anthracycline and L-asparaginase and CNS prophylaxis with intrathecal methotrexate and hydrocortisone plus or minus cranial irradiation. Consolidation, multi-agent chemotherapy with cytarabine, cyclophosphamide are useful. Maintenance therapy with 6-mercaptopurine and methotrexate at least for a period of 2 years. If Philadelphia chromosome are positive in ALL, imatinib is useful and CAR T cell therapy which is anti-CD19 which is a novel therapy for relapsed or refractory B-ALL. Patient's T cell genetically modified to express anti-CD19 chimeric receptors and they are reinfused into the patient and they destroy the malignant B cells. Prognosis and follow-up, poor prognosis with adverse cytogenetics in AML are translocation 6-9 and inversion 3. Good prognosis with translocation 8-21 and inversion 16. In ALL, children will have a better prognosis and poor prognosis seen in adults or when Philadelphia chromosome is positive. And long-term follow-up of all acute leukemia patients are required for relapse monitoring and secondary malignancies monitoring. With this, we conclude this session on approach to acute leukemia. I will meet you all with another interesting session.